Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with another video. This time we're going to do a restriction list video. So it's that time of year again, and we have another restriction list from Bushiroad. So first off, let's talk about what's not being restricted anymore, and that's Lizard Soldier Conroe. So obviously this is a card from Kairo, and this card has been restricted for a long time, I believe since Noval Vague was meta, and well, after he was unmeta'd. Anyway, the point is we haven't seen this card in a long time, and yeah, so this might be nice for Kagero players. I play Kagero, and I actually will probably be running Conroe as my starting Vanguard again for a majority of my decks, at least for my Overlord decks probably. Yeah, so that's nice news for some Kagero players. There's a bunch of cards that got hit, and let's start off with a card that's being banned as the starting Vanguard. So this is a 7 Seas Apprentice Night Runner. So this is a card from Grand Blue, and it's mainly for the 7 Seas deck. And the reason why this card is banned is because this card it's pretty good, especially since you can combo it with the rest of your deck and set up for some rush attacks, some really good early game attacks. Since you guys don't know what he does, his skill is at the beginning of your main phase, you can take the top 4 cards of your deck and put it in the drop zone. And if you have a Vanguard with 7 Seas in its name, you may pay the cost. If you do, call this card as rest at the end of turn. Retire this unit. So you call it at rest, but that's not the main point. The main point is that you can kill it for another card. There's a lot of cards in 7 Seas that can revive itself by killing something. So basically you just kill a bunch of these and then just call it back. So this card is restricted as a starting Vanguard. But not only that, it's also restricted to 1 copy. So it has joined the ranks of TikTok Worker. And you cannot no longer run this card in 4s. You can only run this as 1. And you can't use it as starting Vanguard. So much like the TikTok treatment. And next, what else is restricted to 1 per deck? Sanctuary Guard Dragon is restricted to 1. So Sanctuary Guard is still a very strong deck in Japan. I don't know if it's as strong in America, but if you look at the tournament results, Sanctuary Guard is always on top, or at least it's somewhere at the top. So they have very consistent results, and most of the Royal Paladin decks out there are Sanctuary Guard decks. So maybe now that Sanctuary Guard got hit, you might see more Altmile. It's not impossible, but it's definitely harder for some Altmile players to get up there. There have been a few Altmile lists, but compared to the Sanctuary Guard list, it's definitely not as comparable. There's definitely way more Sanctuary Guards. So this hit, I guess, is just to motivate players to play different variations of Royal Paladin. Since this deck has been on, Sanctuary Guard has been on the top list for a long time now. I think at least for I'd like to say at least for a year and a half, but I could be wrong. I'm just gonna say around a year and a half, maybe even longer than that, since Regali came out actually. So probably wait, let's see. First fight, maybe 2 years. I don't know. The point is, he's been on the top list he's been a top contender at the top 8 for a very long time. So, you know, they feel like they need to hit the card. So yeah, I don't know why they didn't hit Regalia instead, but I guess this also helps. Question mark. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like hitting Regalia itself would have done more, but I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. And last but not least, the last card that's being restricted to 1 copy per deck is ur-watar, the stand trigger for Gear Chronicle. So this is the main plus engine for Gear Chronicle players, and hitting it to 1 makes it less consistent, I guess. So if you damage check it, you can't combo as much, but I don't know. Usually I only run 2 copies anyway, so I'm not sure how bad it'll be. Definitely, it's not gonna be as consistent. Well, I've actually been running 4 more recently, but I used to run 2, and 2 has been working fine for me before. So I don't know how effective this hit will be. Um, I guess you can grab it with melon and stuff if you have this card in your hand, but I don't know. It just goes back on the deck afterwards anyway. So I don't know. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this list. Overall, I guess it mainly just hurts the Seven Seas Rush. The Sentry Guard restriction, I feel like would have been better if it hit Regalia instead, but I guess it's better than not hitting it at all. And same for ur-watar. They the card's good, but I feel like they should have done more for Gear Chronicle, because Gear Chronicle is another deck that's been topping a lot, and I feel like they could have done some more other things too. Probably add another card in there for them or something. I don't know. They got hit again last year too with the TikTok restriction, and that didn't really stop them that much. So yeah. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, this list is effective February 1st. So, and it only applies for the Japanese game. So if it changes in the English game, then you guys who play the English game will probably find out. But you won't be hearing it from me because I don't really pay attention to the English game. But anyway, this is Karataku, and I'll see you guys later.